clearly, what I've heard today is very disturbing. Before I get to my questions, I just want to reiterate that we're going to do everything we can to assure that the victims, those that are suffering, will receive consistent health care for what is ailing you. But, Mr. Edgren, the evidence, no intentional attack, yet what I'm hearing from Mr. Zaid, Mr. Grozov, is that there's a possibility that something is out there attacking us, especially in the homeland. Mr. Edgren, based on what Mr. Zaid just said, what are your thoughts?
My personal thoughts
As an intelligence officer.
is that I agree with them. My personal opinions is that this is a global campaign, and it includes attacking us here at home. It is a strategic issue that is going to impact us.
Is this a attack by the Russians, just the Russians, and is it against the U.S. solely or other allies as well?
I have to be careful what I say here. So let me say this.
And if I can, say what you can, and if you gentlemen feel better talking about this in a more secure setting,
I'll start by
we can
saying
work
this.
on that as well.
Congressman, thank you for the question. Give me 20 minutes in a skiff, and I'll convince all of you. I know where the bodies are buried. I know the cabinets to look in, the questions to ask, and the people to subpoena. I will say that this is a global campaign, and it's focused on attacking our people, the best of our people. It's not the middle-range people that are being attacked. It's those that are succeeding and providing work that winds up on the president's desk every morning. So it's a massive issue. It's something that doesn't come to light, and it's something that, especially with the Department of Defense survivors, the unseen, they're totally left out of this because the Havana Act doesn't cover your active duty members. They're told to go to the VA, but there's no VA diagnostic code, so we're not getting them care. It's not consistent. We have funding available that's allocated that we could provide to take care of all of our people in our government. We're not using it. That's why I'd urge you to contact the Defense Health Program.
In my last 2.5 minutes, would you say this is more on behalf of the U.S. government in terms of what we've been looking at? Is this more of a malfeasance as opposed to misfeasance?
It's a good question. I'm sure, just like so many other issues, it's a combination. I can't explain some of the obstacles that those in the government have erected to block information. I can tell you, firsthand
But
that
your opinion would be that that information is being blocked?
There is information that is absolutely being blocked from one agency to the other, particularly at the CIA. I mean, that's who we're going to point to the most, of information that the CIA has that its sister intelligence agencies it hasn't been shared with. And I can identify a number of specific classified documents in a proper setting.
Mr. Grozov, any thoughts?
I would like to be the devil's advocate and allow for the possibility for some legitimate reasons why the U.S. government and intelligence offices, agencies might not want to make this a public issue. One of the few legitimate explanations for this, in my mind, is the fear of proliferation of such a weapon in case it becomes widely known that it's achievable, feasible, and maybe not too costly to manufacture. That's why I don't require public answers to our findings, but I encourage skiff answers to everything we found out to you and to government, so that we exclude the possibility that it's, if that is the case, of an attack on American officials by the Russian state.
Is there any way to protect our officials from these weapons?
This is exactly why I do not take into account a possible legitimate reason for hiding this, because from my personal point of view, making this public is the best protection.
My last few seconds, Mr. Edgren. Any thoughts?
The best way to protect our people is to fight back. When you're hit in the shadows, you have to hit back twice as hard and tell your adversary why you did that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm out of time. I'll yield.